Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. As promised, we're going to review the EB351 515 and the EB351 312. These are both cordless polishers, 18-volt DC, 5-inch backing plate, 125mm throw, 2,000 to 5,000 orbits per minute. Has a 15mm throw on the 5-inch backing plate, and the 3-inch polisher has a 12mm throw. Both of these, obviously, cordless, which gives them a brushless motor. These motors are smooth, and I will give you the dimensions right here as I keep going on the details of these polishers. They both have dual speed regulations, which means you can control the speed on the dial and you can feather it on the trigger, and that gives you a nice smooth start. It also has vibration inhibition technology. Everything is CNC machined. Nice and light, coming in at just a little over 6 pounds, and that's with the battery attached. We have some polishers here that are over 6-7 pounds, and those are corded without a heavy battery hanging off them. Right here is the 18-volt DC battery. Click it on, snap it into place, and that's it. You're good to go. When it comes to charging, a full charge when you get these will take place in 60 minutes. You'll have 45 to 60 minutes working time. I find under heavy load you're looking at about 40 minutes. The backing plate does help a little bit with dust control, pulling the dust up through the foam pads and up in through the backing plate and out of the vents. Here we have a feature on top that gives you a rubber stop so you can set the polisher either on end or lay it on its back. To remove the backing plate, just unscrew this 6mm pan head bolt. The Allen key comes with the kit in the box. This, when removed, reveals a hefty balance weight, and that's held on by 3 Allen screws as well, and that heavy counterbalance gives it a nice smooth ride when you take everything into consideration, including the CNC machined, precision machined parts and internal parts and gears, which I'm going to show you as we get to the look inside part of the video here. Always place those tiny screws in a magnetic tray so you can keep track of them. Remove that backing plate. It's stamped with a 515, which means it's meant to balance a 5-inch backing plate with a 15mm throw. That's also stamped on the gear here. And then to get into the pinion gear, we need to remove 4 Phillips head 3/4-inch screws. We're going to do that right here with the driver. Each plastic piece attached to the machine, including the shroud piece here, is stamped showing its polycarbonate plastic. Excellent when it comes to toughness, stiffness, its ability to fight high temperatures, corrosion, chemical corrosion, cracking, and freezing. Before we go any further, we just need to quickly remove these plastic screws, and we can slide off the platypus type handle or grip that is both polycarbonate plastic and a rubber grip. That's all stamped as well on the inside. And then we can finally use a screwdriver, just gently pry the cap for the casing, and you'll be able to pull up that ring gear. That will expose the cheap grease we're going to be replacing, and also shows the bearing. Most of these are made in Japan, and they don't need to be sealed when they're in the casing here inside the grease. But outside, any bearings outside of the casing here, you would like to see a plastic seal so that keeps dirt and dust out from them and avoids premature wear. Again, we're going to be removing that junk, cheap, thin grease from the manufacturer and replace it with either Wolf's Head or really any lithium high temp bearing or gear grease would work. Any industrial grade, light industrial grade. And when we're done here, we could take out these 6 pan head Phillips head screws that will allow us to crack open that casing and show the inner workings or the motor and all the electrical components and the CPU of this polisher. Now today I'm just going to pull this apart just wide enough that you could see this is a little bit different than the other polishers I have torn down. The armature, which we would see from a brushed motor, is quite a bit smaller. We don't have the field windings, quite as many field windings. We don't have the commutator and the bearing on the end. But other than that, everything else is the same. It has an 8 amp switch for the trigger, a little tiny CPU. All the wiring is nice and clean inside. The directional plastic fan that keeps the motor cool. I will tell you it is a solid build, but I would like to see 2 things. I would like to see a coating on the field windings that helps to prevent shorts and premature wear and tear. And also I would like to see a coating on the little PCB that controls the speed and all the other electronic components, and a coating on that would keep dust and moisture and chemicals from either shorting out or, again, allowing premature wear and tear. So with that, we're going to put everything back together. We have the grease repacked, ready to go, and we can get to work on this panel here. We're going to correct the rest of these sand marks on this panel using that polisher. It's nice and quiet. Vibration is minimum. It depends if you have your pad perfectly centered and you have the right backing plate on there, you're going to get an extremely smooth ride, just like any other polisher across the panel. Again, with load, under load, the battery life, you're looking at about 35 to 40 minutes continuous use near the highest speed. And I'm going to let you hear this machine run. It's rather quiet. Now, in real-world situations, you'll never hear the polisher screaming at the highest speed setting, for me, here at the shop anyways, but you can use the machines to cut, to finish, anything you really need. Use it on cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and RVs. And we can get a little closer and see we removed all the sand marks. It did a fantastic job. It'll tackle just about any situation for you. I highly recommend them. They've been working great. Catch you guys in the next video.